أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everybody and welcome to today's class. Quick reminder, everybody should have correct idea. You should have your heads covered. Already some videos have gone on and I can see young Tifl without their heads covered. So please, if you haven't got your topi or your cap, please make sure you get it. And make sure that your videos stay off. It's very distracting for the teacher and for the other students in the class. Okay, hope you've all done your wudu. And inshallah, we will start class now and we will begin today. Just so that everybody knows, we will be having a presentation today and a new rule. So just be prepared. You may be asked questions after the presentation. Also, please make sure in terms of discipline, there are no emojis by your ID number, because already we can begin to see things that are coming up, which means that there's not a great deal of concentration going on as people sing around with their IDs. Okay, so if we can begin today's lesson with our short starting prayer, and if we could have a student please for that.
Assalamu alaikum. Our first student is A5360.
A5360.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, we're going to start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah and today's prayer. Okay, so A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Good. Make sure this is elongated for 2 seconds here. Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Good, very nice. And the translation, please.
Oh my Lord, increase my knowledge.
Increase me in knowledge. Good, well done. Jazakumullah A5360. Very nice. Okay, so before we carry on with today's lesson, we are going to be having a presentation. And the reason we are having a presentation in today's lesson is because, inshallah, in the end of this week, on Friday, we are going to be starting our recitation of the Holy Quran. So in order to begin our recitation of the Holy Quran, we need to have a small presentation just so that we all understand some of the manners and etiquette. That means the rules and the manners and the ways that we recite the Holy Quran. Okay, so I need everybody to be listening very, very carefully. It's not a very long presentation, but we do need to listen carefully so that when we start our recitation of the Quran, we know how to behave. Okay, so today's presentation, as I said, is manners and etiquette of the recitation of the Holy Quran. So, the Holy Quran is no ordinary book. As we heard in our last presentation, which was the story of Revelation, it is the actual word of Allah, which was revealed to the Holy Prophet ﷺ through the angel Jibreel. Therefore, the recitation of the Holy Quran is not like the recitation of a normal book. It is not only a guidance for our physical life, but our spiritual life too. For this reason, we need to follow certain manners and rules so that we can better understand this blessed book and that we become worthy to learn from it. Promised Messiah ﷺ has said that those who honor the Quran shall be honored in heaven. So, how do we know the manners and etiquettes? We have so many sources and references which guide us as to how we should prepare ourselves for the recitation of the Holy Quran and how we can gain the most spiritual blessings from this recitation. So, for example, the etiquette of the recitation is written in the Holy Quran itself, in the ahadith, as the sayings of the Holy Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the words of the promised Messiah, Islam, and these are always reiterated and retold by our beloved Khulafa as well. Excuse me. In the Philosophy of the Teachings of Islam, a book written by the promised Messiah, Islam, he explained that the human's physical condition affects their spiritual condition as well. Therefore, if we are neat and clean, our heart will attract more good thoughts. It's for this reason that the whole body should be clean before we recite the Holy Quran, including our clothes. And it's advisable, as you know from every lesson, it's advisable to do wudu, ablution, before its recitation. In the Quran, in Surah Al-Waqi'ah, it's written that this is indeed a noble Quran in a well-preserved book, which none shall touch except those who are purified. Our beloved Huzur, Allah Ta'ala bin Nasir Aziz, has explained that we should show respect for the Holy Quran. So what are some of the ways that we can show respect? It should be held with respect, like said earlier, with clean hands, and should be put on a clean surface to recite. When not being recited or not being used, it should be kept in a high place. Your feet or your back should not be put in the direction of where the Quran is placed, and nothing should be put on top of it, and it should not be kept on the floor. Allah says in the Holy Quran, in chapter 16, verse 99, "And when thou recites the Quran, seek refuge with Allah from Satan the rejected." Therefore, before the recitation of the Quran, we always recite Dawood. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. It's important to ask for Allah's protection before the recitation for a few different reasons. One, so that we don't miss any important teaching of the Quran due to any fault of our own. Number two, so that we don't fail to understand correctly any teaching of the Holy Quran. And number three, that having understood the teachings, that Allah provides us with the strength to act upon and never forget or ignore these teachings. We should also say tasmiyah before beginning or starting anything. So therefore, whenever we recite the Holy Quran, we should always begin with tasmiyah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, merciful. In order to understand the meaning of the Quran, we should always recite it with complete attention. And it says in Surah Al-Muzammil, and recite the Quran slowly and thoughtfully. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is reported to have said, "The one who does not recite the Quran melodiously is not from among us." And the promised Messiah ﷺ has also stated that melodious recitation is also worship. Therefore, one should try to recite the Quran in a slow, rhythmic, and measured tone, applying all the different rules of recitation. In his Friday sermon on the 4th of September 2009, our beloved Huzur, Allah Ta'ala bin Nasir Aziz, said that the recitation of the Holy Quran should be such that each word is clear and understandable. By reciting the Quran in a raised voice, not only do we follow the Sunnah of our beloved Prophet, but we also make sure that we are reciting correctly, because we are able to hear any mistakes made and correct them appropriately. Also, by reciting in a raised voice, it requires a little more effort, and then your minds remain active and focused. Your voice, however, should be moderately raised, and if it is too loud, it can disturb others, so it can still be kept low if others are disturbed. Silence when reciting. As you know, every time when we have our Quran class, we are always told that you should be kept in a quiet place, a peaceful place, so that you can recite all the words that we need to without being distracted. Again, Huzur, our beloved Huzur, Ayatollah Ta'ala bin Aziz, has mentioned that sometimes people are careless when the Quran is being recited on the TV. They continue to talk and they don't pay attention. They should either stop talking, or if it is very important that they finish their conversation, they should turn the volume off. And the same goes for any time when the Quran is being recited. You should maintain complete silence. If others are talking, you should show them with actions that they should also be quiet. In Surah Al-Araf, chapter 7, the Holy Quran, it says, when the Quran is recited, give ear to it and keep silence, that you may be shown mercy. Whilst reciting the Quran, we should always try to maintain attention. Maintaining full attention during the recitation is very, very important. We should abstain from joking and laughing and refrain from looking and playing around as well. If we feel too tired or exhausted, then we should stop our recitation. In Surah Al-Muzammil, it's written that recite as much of the Quran as is easy for you. If something has been said during the recitation, you should repeat Dawood before continuing your recitation. Regularity in recitation. You can recite the Quran at any time, but the main point is to be regular. There are many blessings and benefits of reciting the Quran at Fajr time. It's a time when you're free from distractions and therefore you can concentrate more easily. Also, that way you start your day with the blessed words of Allah, which is a source of spiritual and worldly benefit. In his Friday sermon on the 16th of December 2011, our beloved Huzur, Ayatollah Ta'ala bin Aziz, stated that if the time of Fajr is late, like it is at the moment, then the Quran can be recited before Fajr namaz. Sajda Tilawat. In an Atfal Mulaqat on the 26th of January 2002, a young Tifl asked Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV why there is sajda in Quran and how we do it. Huzur explained that sometimes the topic being discussed in the Quran makes one feel like prostrating, going into sajda. Some sajdas were decided by the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and here the reciter must prostrate. As for the sajda, the place should be clean, and if you are out, you can do the sajda when you reach home. And as you can see from the arrows, this is the mark that you would see inside the Quran, where the green arrows are, that would show or indicate that you have to do sajda here. When in sajda, then you would recite this prayer. This is one of the prayers that you can recite. O Allah, my spirit, my body, and my heart prostrate before you. Sometimes, when you're reciting or listening to the recitation of the Holy Quran, response prayers need to be said after particular verses. So a common response is Ameen, which is said after Surah Fatiha, the first verse of the Quran, during recitation and during Salat. Also, at other times when prayers are recited in the Quran, we often respond with Ameen. There are also other places where specific responses are necessary. So, for example, after the name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, we would respond with, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. The two surahs which are on the slide here, Surah Al-A'la and Surah Al-Ghashiyah, are both recited during the Jummah Namaz, Friday prayer. And during both of these surahs, there are responses which we need to say. So in Surah Al-A'la, it says, glorify the name of the Lord, of thy Lord the Most High. And our response would be, holy is my Lord the Most High. And then in Surah Ghashiyah, it says, unto us surely is their return, then surely it is for us to call them to account. And our response would be, O Allah, bring me to account with leniency. And there are other responses also which are mentioned, and we can learn about how we would respond to certain surahs and certain prayers in the Holy Quran. As you know, at the end of each of our classes, we always offer a prayer after the recitation of the Holy Quran. We offer in our class, which is our G1 class, the short prayer. Okay, and we offer this every lesson. In the G2 classes and in normal recitation, people will also offer the longer prayer. Okay, and again, this is for blessings once you have finished your recitation for that session. So, seeking the blessings of Allah. To recite or to listen to the Holy Quran with an aim to seek the blessings and pleasure of Allah the Exalted. That should be our aim. In the Holy Quran, it is written, and this is a book which we have sent down. It is full of blessings, so follow it and guard against sin that you may be shown mercy. Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 156. The Holy Prophet ﷺ stated, "A group of people do not gather in a house amongst the houses of Allah, reciting the book of Allah, the Holy Quran, and studying it between themselves, except that tranquility descends upon them. They are enveloped by the mercy of Allah and surrounded by the angels, and Allah mentions them with those with Him." The promised Messiah ﷺ has stated that all good is in the Quran. And in the Quran itself, again, it's stated, so when the Quran is recited, listen and pay attention that you may receive mercy. Our beloved Hazur, Allah Ta'ala bin Aziz, has said that reading the Holy Quran is itself a blessing for the believer. But for this, the Quran must be recited properly. He also mentioned that the home of regular reciters will be full of blessings for adults and children, and this will also instill a deep love for the Holy Quran. We should always reflect on the meanings of the Holy Quran. In Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 3, stated, "This is a perfect book. There is no doubt in it. It is a guidance for the righteous." And in chapter 38, verse 30, it says, "This is a book which we have revealed to thee full of blessings, that they may reflect over its verses, and that those gifted with understanding may take heed." The promised Messiah ﷺ said that the Quran should be reflected on, for it contains everything. And our beloved Hazur, Allah Ta'ala bin Aziz, has said that it is essential to reflect over the meanings of the Holy Quran and practice its commandments to gain nearness to Allah and have spiritual development. So how do we act upon the commandments? We need to make efforts to act upon the commandments of the Holy Quran and motivate others to follow it. They to whom we have given the book follow it as it ought to be followed. It is these that believe therein. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 122. The promised Messiah ﷺ stated that the one who follows the Holy Quran becomes the recipient of divine blessings and holds a unique bond with the gracious God. The Holy Quran gives us guidance on how we should worship Allah and our responsibilities to Him. It also guides us on how we should behave and our responsibilities to our fellow human beings. Teaching the Holy Quran. We should always try to self-improve, and we should teach the knowledge of the Holy Quran to others. The Holy Prophet ﷺ stated, "The best among you are those who learn the Quran and teach it." And our beloved Hazur, Allah Ta'ala bin Aziz, has said that the Holy Quran should be learnt and recited, and those who know its meaning should teach it to others. Hazur also said that it should be taught to foster its love and eagerness to read. So it doesn't matter what your age or ability, we could all continue to learn from the Holy Quran, and whatever good we learn, we should try to make it a habit to teach that to others. So, to sum up, we should try to follow these manners and etiquette to gain Allah's blessing and His nearness. And finally, here is another beautiful saying of our beloved Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One who is well versed in the Quran will be in the company of those angels who are scribes, noble and righteous. And one who falters in reading the Quran and has to strive hard to learn it will get a double reward. This is a beautiful, beautiful way for all of the students in this class to realize that even when they are finding it difficult to remember the verses of the Quran or to remember the rules of the Quran, as long as they are trying, they will get a double reward for that effort. Jazakumullah. Okay, so now you all know the importance of not only the recitation of the Quran, but your behavior and how you need to behave in order to read and gain the most blessings from recitation of the Holy Quran. Okay, and like I said, inshallah, later on this week, on Friday, at the end of the week, we will actually be beginning the actual recitation of the Quran for all of our students that have been working so hard so far this term. So, without any further ado, let's carry on with today's lesson, which is now, we are going on to some new rules, or as we call them, miscellaneous rules. Okay, so our new rule today is this here. Let me highlight this for you. Is Alif Zaida. Okay, it's not highlighting, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let me just quickly read through what we are going to be doing today. So, some words contain a blank alif after a maftu letter, either in between or at the end of a word. This blank alif must not be pronounced. They are called alif zaida, excessive alif, and are usually marked with a cross or a sukoon. The words alif zaida are also written in the margin to indicate this rule. Okay, so the rule is that in the Quran, sometimes we see a blank alif, which may be marked with a cross, like here, where my hand is, or a sukoon, and we are not to pronounce that alif. And that's what we're going to be practicing today. Okay, so if I have the first student on the mic, and then we can just go over this rule.
Yes, N6312.
N6312. Assalamu alaikum. N6312, can you hear me?
Okay, we'll move to another student then.
Yeah.
N6358.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Did you understand the presentation okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand why it's important to have certain rules and manners when reading the Quran?
Yeah.
Excellent, good. So we're going to carry on with today's lesson then. So alif zaida at the end of the word. As you can see here in red, it's highlighted. It has a little cross on the top, and that means that you do not need to pronounce it. Okay. If this little cross was not on the top, what would this alif be?
Would there be a foot on it?
No, there would be either sukoon or a cross, or sometimes it's just written in the margin as well. Okay, so normally with the letter which has a fatha on it, and then you have a blank alif afterwards, you would pronounce that as an alif madda, and you would elongate this last letter. But because of this cross, it means that we need to ignore this last alif. Okay, so this first example here is taken from Surah Baqarah. So these are actual words which have been taken from the Quran, as we use throughout our lessons. So this is taken from Surah Baqarah, okay, Surah Al-Baqarah, and we're going to just recite this word. We're going to recite how we would pronounce it in continuity. So if we're reciting a verse, and if we were pausing, how we would pronounce it. Okay, so if we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, then you can just follow me through.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. So here we have أو يعفو
يعفو
أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Good, well done. And when we pronounce it in continuity, that means when we're reading an entire verse and then we have to read this, this is how we will pronounce it, which is exactly the same as just what we just had. أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Good, well done. Now, when we are pausing, do you remember what the word is for a pause?
Is it Alif Zaida?
No, this is Alif Zaida, which has the cross on. This is a sukoon here. Good. This turns into a sukoon because we have to do a waqf. You've been looking at waqf for the past few days, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yes, good, well done. So waqf is when you pause. Okay, so if we were going to pause here and stop and take a breath, or what reason we needed to pause, we would pronounce this word like this. أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Good. أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Good, because this is ayn. So remember, we have to make an ayn sound here. Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you say that once more? Yeah.
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 Good, well done. So just keep practicing that. So let's do the whole word again. أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Good, well done, excellent. So just keep practicing that ayn sound. It's a little bit difficult when you're joining to ayn, but it will come with practice. Okay, excellent. Let's go on to our next one. So this is taken from, this is the chapter here, chapter 13, Surah Al-Ra'd. Okay, so we're going to recite this, and this. Okay, so أمم لتتلو.
أمم لتتلو.
Good, well done. We're not pronouncing a nun gunna here. Sorry, we're not pronouncing the tanween here. We're going to go straight on and join this meme to the lam. Okay. أمم لتتلو.
أمم لتتلو.
Good, well done. Once more, and this is how we actually pronounce it during our recitation. أمم لتتلو.
أمم لتتلو.
Good. أمم لتتلو.
أمم لتتلو.
Good, well done. And now, if we were doing a waqf or a pause, and if we were stopping here, this fatha turns into a sukoon, yes? And we're going to pronounce this now. أمم لتتلو.
أمم لتتلو.
Well done, excellent. So if we were actually looking at this in the Quran, we would see this alif zaida here. This is how we would actually see it written. Okay, we would see it alif zaida and we'd probably see a cross here. Okay, so that's telling you that we don't need to pronounce this alif. Okay, this is just showing us how we pronounce the words. Okay, do you understand?
Yeah.
Excellent, good. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help today. N6358. Allah Hafiz. We have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is A5348.
A5348. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding what we're doing okay?
Yes.
Good. And did you understand okay the manners and etiquette of the Holy Quran and why it's so important that we behave in a certain way when we're reciting the Quran?
Yes.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so if we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, we're going to go on to this example here.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good, well done. So here we're going to do this first example. This is how it will be written in the Holy Quran. Okay, so لن ندعو.
لن ندعو.
لن ندعو.
لن ندعو.
Good, well done. That's how it will be written. That's how you would see it if you were reciting, if you were reading the Holy Quran. Okay, and this is how we pronounce it, which is the same as this. لن ندعو.
لن ندعو
Very nice. لن ندعو.
لن ندعو
Good. We're holding on here because it's a noon gunna, because there's a noon mushaddad here. Yeah? Good, well done. Now, if we need to make a stop or a pause, if we need to take a breath, this is how we would pronounce this. لن ندعو.
لن ندعو
Very good. And remember, this is qalqala, but we have a dal here with a spoon in it, so we have to make a jerk there as well. لن ندعو.
لن ندعو
Okay, once more. You've got a lam at the beginning. Try once more.
لن ندعو
Very nice. Well done. Excellent. So we would find this word in the Holy Quran in chapter 18, Surah Al-Kahf. Okay, and it's verse 15. So this is just showing you here the reference of where you would actually find this word in the Holy Quran. Okay, let's go on to our next one. Our next one would be in chapter 27, verse 93, which is Surah Al-Naml. Okay, and that's where we would find this verse, or sorry, this word. Now, I know there's a little asterisk here. Basically, all that asterisk is showing is that this Alif Zaida would not be marked in the Holy Quran. So we would need to know that this was Alif Zaida here. Okay, so let's go on to this one, number 4. وَأَنْ أَتْلُوَ.
وأن أتلو
Good. وَأَنْ أَتْلُوَ.
وأن لتؤلو
Let's try it once more.
ولن لت
This is an alif, so let's do it bit by bit. وَأَنْ
وأن
أتلُوَ.
أتلو
أتلُوَ.
أتلو
وَأَنْ أَتْلُوَ.
وأن أتلو
Atlua, well done. Let's do it now here. This is how you would see it in the Quran. This is how you're going to pronounce it, which is the same as we just did. We're just practicing again. So, وَأَنْ أَتْلُوَ.
وأن أتلو
Very good. Well done. Excellent. Now we're going to go on and say how we would do it in pausing, in waqf. Okay, this is how we would pronounce it in waqf. وَأَنْ أَتْلُو.
وأن أتلو
Good. Well done. وَأَنْ أَتْلُو.
وأن أتلو
Very nice. Now, I haven't asked anybody else, but can you tell me why I'm elongating this for 2 seconds? Can you remember?
because it has that pause thing.
There's a pause. Good. And also, so we have to turn the fatha here into a spoon here. Excellent. Very good. But also I need to elongate this for 2 seconds because this then becomes a waw madda. Okay, so we have to elongate this for 2 seconds, right? So let's just do it once more. وَأَنْ أَتْلُو.
وأن أتلو
Very nice. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much, A5348. That was lovely recitation. Allah Hafiz.
Lafis.
Okay, can we have our next student, please?
Yes, our next student is N6353.
N6353. Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Excellent. And did you understand the presentation and why it's important to follow certain rules when reciting
Yes.
Quran? Excellent. Good. So you're all ready for Friday, inshallah. Now, okay, so we're going to go on to the next one. Again, this word would come in chapter 30. That's Ar-Rum, Surah Ar-Rum in the Holy Quran, verse 40. That's where we would find this word. This is how it would look if we were looking in the Holy Quran. Okay? And then we're going to show how we're going to pronounce it in continuation and with a pause. So let's start here. Tawuz and Tasmiyah, and then we'll begin.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. So, Riballi,
ربلي
Riballiyar,
ربلير
Riballiyarbuwa,
ربلي يربوة
Good, well done. Just want to make sure, is my sound coming through okay? Because it's crackling a little
Yes,
bit.
it's fine.
That's fine, excellent, well done. So we're going to go on to, this is how we pronounce it in continuation, which is the same as this, okay? But this is just showing you how it's written. So let's look at this. Riballi yarbuwa. Okay, let's break it down. It's okay, it's okay. Balli. Okay, balli. Good. Because even though there's a tanveen here, because there's a lam mushaddad, so we just pronounce one of the tanveen, so it's like a fatha, and you have to join it and harden the lam. Balli.
Riballi.
Beautiful, well done. Yarbuwa.
Yarbuwa.
Riballi yarbuwa.
Riballi yarbuwa.
Buwa.
Buwa.
Very good, well done. Let's go on now. Let's show how it would be recited if we were doing a pause, a waqf. Okay. Riballi yarbu.
Riballi yarbu.
Very nice, well done. Once more. Riballi yarbu.
Riballi yarbu.
Very good. Make sure that's elongated for 2 seconds, okay? Because it becomes a wild mother, doesn't it? Boo.
Boo.
Very nice. Once more. Riballi yarbu.
Riballi yarbu.
Very nice. Excellent. Well done. Okay, good. Now we're going to go on to the next one. Again, this is from Surah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is how we would see this word in the Holy Quran. Okay, so we're going to do this one first. Let's break it down. Let's do it slowly. We have here a nun sakin, right? But we also have here a lam mushaddad. So we're going to ignore this nun sakin. We're not going to pronounce it. We're going to go straight from this kaf to the lam mushaddad. So just this section here would be killi.
Killi.
Good, well done. So let's start now. Wala killi.
Wala killi.
Lovely, well done. Now we're going to move on. Yabaluwa.
Yabaluwa.
Good. Again, there's a ba here, it's qalqala, so we have to make a jerk. Yabaluwa.
Yabaluwa.
Lovely. Now we're going to do the whole word. Wala killi yabaluwa.
Wala killi yabuwa.
Yabaluwa.
Yabaluwa.
Very good. Very good. Good. Keep practicing that. There's quite a lot to say there. Just keep practicing. We're going to say it again here. This is how we would pronounce it. Even though it looks like this is how we pronounce it in the Holy Quran, which is exactly the same as what we just did. So, wala killi yabaluwa.
Wala killi yabaluwa.
Beautiful. Very nice. Well done. Excellent. Good. Now, this is how we are going to pronounce it if we make a stop or a waqf. Okay, a pause. Okay, so wala killi yabalu.
Wala killi yabalu.
Good, well done. Once more. Wala killi yabalu.
Wala killi yabalu.
Very good, much better. Excellent, very, very nice. So you understand, this is how we'll say it in the stop. This is how we will say it in continuation. So if we're reciting the Quran, but this is what it would look like. Okay, with the alif with a cross or sukoon on top. Alif zaida. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. N6358. That was lovely. Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Okay. Was that N6358, discipline charge?
5-3.
5-3, sorry.
Yeah.
5-3. Okay. Okay, if we could have another student, please.
Yes, our next student is A5324.
A5324. Assalamu alaikum, A5324.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Excellent, good. Are you understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Brilliant. And you understood the manners and etiquette of the Holy Quran presentation, okay?
Yes.
Brilliant, well done. So if we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, we'll move on to our next word.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Good, well done. Again, now this word here that we're going to look at next, again, is taken from Surah Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay, and this time verse 32. This is how we would see it written in the Holy Quran. This is how we will pronounce it in continuity. So when we're reciting the Holy Quran, and this is how we will pronounce it if we make a pause or a stop. So you just need to follow me, okay? So if we start here, وَنَبْلُوَ.
ونبلوه.
Brilliant, excellent, well done. We're going to now go on to continuation, which is the same as this, okay, even though it looks different because we haven't put the alif there. It's the same pronunciation. وَنَبْلُوَ.
ونبلوه.
وَنَبْلُوَ.
ونبلوه.
Good. This is a wow, so we have to pronounce wa there. Well done. Now, if we're going to make a pause or a stop, a waqf, this is how we will pronounce it. وَنَبْلُو.
ونبلوه.
Very good. So we have qalqala here, so we have a jerk on the ba, and then a vaw mother here, so we have to elongate for 2 seconds. وَنَبْلُو.
ونبلوه.
Very good. Well done. Excellent. Now, next one. Moving down here. So now, this next one is taken from Surah Ad-Dahr. Okay. That's chapter 76, verse 16 here. This is how we will see it in the Holy Quran. Okay. And we'll talk about pausing in a moment as well. But let's start it from here. So this is how we will see it. قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
Okay, remember this is a qaf, so it's a thick sound, so you have to make a serious face. You have to round in your mouth. قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
رِيرَ.
رير.
Good, well done, excellent. So that's how you will see it in the Holy Quran. So this is how we will pronounce it, which is the same as this, okay? قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
What letter is this?
قاف.
Qaf, well done. Say just this letter by itself.
قا.
Qa. 1
Qa.
second. Qa. Excellent, brilliant. Qa, round mouth, thick sound. Qa.
قا.
Qa. قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
Brilliant, much better. You have to really be careful with the qaf, that it doesn't sound like the kaf. This is a kaf here, which is a soft thin sound, okay? Now, here you can see 2 different ways that we could do waqf. Now, the Holy Prophet ﷺ has allowed both of these ways. We can pronounce it in either of these ways in this particular verse. Okay, if we were to recite this verse in the Holy Quran, we can do a waqf or a pause in either of these ways. So we're just going to practice both of them. Okay, so قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
Good, well done. قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
Very nice, good. We can also pronounce it like this. قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
Very nice, well done. So we can pronounce it in either of these 2 ways. We can either do a waqf here with the sukoon on the ra, or we can keep this as an alif madda, and then we would elongate the ra here. So we're going to do that once more. قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
قَوَارِيرَ.
قوارير.
Very nice, well done, excellent, good. Jazakumullah A5324, that was very nice recitation. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we can have another student, please.
Yes, our next student is N6357.
N6357. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Good, alhamdulillah, nice to hear. And are you understanding everything okay?
Ji.
Excellent, good. Did you understand the presentation okay, and how we should behave and our manners towards the recitation of the Holy Quran?
Yeah.
Excellent, good, excellent. So we'll just carry on now. If you can do tawuz and tasmiyah, and we'll begin with our next word.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent, good. So again, this word again comes in verse 76, just like the last one. This was chapter 76. This was verse 16. So we're now looking at verse 17. That's where we would find this word. Okay, it's the same word, but in this situation, this is how we would pronounce it, and this is how we would end it and do a pause if we had to do a pause there. Okay, so we're just going to practice the word. So, qawarira.
Qawarira.
Very nice. This is how we will pronounce it, which is the same as this. This is how we will see it in the Holy Quran. Qawarira.
Qawarira.
Very nice. And this is how we pronounce it if we're doing a waqf. Qawarir.
Qawarir.
Very nice. Once more. Qawarir.
Qawarir.
Very nice. Make sure you can hear the ra at the end. So you're saying reer.
Rear.
Good. So you should be able to hear the ra at the end as well. You elongate this for 2 seconds and you can also hear that ra. Qawarir.
Qawarir.
Very good. Well done. Just keep practicing that. Okay.
Excuse
Now,
me,
the
teacher.
G. Yes, yes.
Your voice does keep coming on and off.
It keeps coming on and off. Okay, let me just try something. Okay, hopefully that might be better. Does it seem okay now? Can you hear me?
It just went a little bit funny just then, but
Is it a bit better now? Discipline in charge, is my voice coming okay?
Yes, it is.
It
I
is?
think, yeah.
Okay. Okay, but can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear the instructions I'm giving? N6357?
G.
Yeah? Can you hear me at the moment?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah? Let's try and do this last one. And if you can't hear me, then just let me know and we'll try it again, okay? Yeah. Is that okay?
G.
Excellent, good. Okay, so let's try this last one. Now, this particular word, wherever it comes, it's written here, wherever it comes, this is how it will look, and this is how we pronounce it in continuation, and this is how we pronounce it in waqf. So it's not in one particular verse, wherever it would come in the Quran. Okay, so Samuda.
Samuda.
Very nice. So again, this is how we pronounce it. This is how it looks. This is how we pronounce it. Samuda.
Samuda.
Very good. And this is how we pronounce it in waqf. If we do a pause. Samud.
Samud.
Good, well done. Remember, this is a dal here, which is a qalqala letter. If it has a spoon on it, we have to do a jerk. Samud.
Samud.
Very good, very nice. Jazakumullah. Was that better? Could you hear me that time in 6357?
Yes.
Excellent, good, well done. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help. That was lovely recitation. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, brilliant. So mashallah, we've got through the exercise of what happens when you see alif zayda at the end of a word. You will see the alif with a cross on it. This is how it would look in the Quran. This is how you'll pronounce it in continuity. That means when you're reading a verse and you're not making a pause, you'll pronounce it without elongating the vowel here. Just a simple vowel with 1 second rule. And in pausing, you would put a spoon on the vowel in order to pause there. Okay, so we're going to have another student. We're going to go through this exercise again.
Okay, N6333.
N6333. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Excellent. You understanding the lesson okay?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Did you understand the presentation okay?
Yes.
Excellent. Good. Well done. So if we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, this time we're not going to go through this first column. We're just having a look. We're just going to see how we're just going to go through this column here and this column here. Okay? So it looks like this in the Quran. This is how we pronounce it. So if we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, would you like to have a go at this by yourself, or would you like to follow me? Because you've heard it once.
Do it by myself.
Okay, so Tawuz, Tasmiyah, and you can have a go at this one.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, start from here.
أو يعفو
Very good effort. Well done. أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Okay. Have you got the hiccups? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent, good. So this, remember when we do an ayn and we have to join to an ayn, we have to make sure that that's a really clear sound. It's quite difficult, we just have to keep practicing, okay? Ya'fuwa.
يعفو.
Ya'fuwa.
يعفو.
Good. Let's start again. أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Okay, make sure you don't do a jerk there, because that will then sound like a hamza sakin or an alif sakin. Remember, you have to do a soft jerk on a hamza or alif if it has a spoon on top. So we have to try, just keep practicing that. Keep practicing that. It will come with time. أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Okay, so just make sure that you don't do the jerk, and you have to actually pronounce the ayn, which comes from the throat. Okay, but just keep practicing. Let's try the in pausing now. So that was in continuity. So how would you do it if we were making a pause or a waqf? Off you go.
أو يعفو.
Okay, so if we were pausing, we would have to put sukoon on the vowel here, and we will pronounce this أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
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 Much better, excellent. Just keep practicing that, okay? أو يعفو.
أو يعفو.
Okay, so just keep practicing and make sure that you don't have too much of a jerk here, because we're not joining to a hamza sakin, we're joining to an ayn, right? So you just need to keep practicing that, okay? Good, well done, excellent effort. Let's try on the next word now.
ملي تتلوبا.
Excellent effort, very, very good, well done. Okay, now this section, that was a really good effort, but this is a dhamma tiny, dhamma tanveen of dhamma. So we would say mulli. Mulli.
ملي.
Good, not mulli, mulli.
ملي.
Mulli, well done.
ملي.
Good, well done. So let's start from the beginning. Uma mulli tatluwa.
ملي تتلوى.
Very nice, very nice. It's good. If you need to go slowly, you should go slowly. That was really nice. I could hear each letter very, very clearly there. Good, well done. So that's in continuity. Now let's try the pause.
ملي تتلو.
Very good. And you elongated that as well. Very nice. Uma mulli tatlu.
ملي تتلو.
Very nice, very nice. Jazakallah N6333. That was lovely recitation. Keep practicing your ayn and joining to your ayn sakin. It's not difficult, but it just takes practice. We just have to keep practicing and making sure that we don't make the Hamza sound here. Okay, so really good. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help.
Jazakallah.
If you have our next student, please.
Yes, A5310.
A5310. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, Jazakumullah, for asking. So we're going to do tawuz and tasmiyah, and we're just going to recite this one here and this one here. But this is how it would look if it was in the Quran. Okay, obviously the alif wouldn't be in red. It would be in the normal color that all the other letters are in, but it would look like this. Okay, so start with tawuz and tasmiyah, and then we'll start here.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Do you want to have a go?
لن أدعو
Good. Once more.
لن أدعو.
Okay, so remember when we have nun mushaddad here, that be nun gunna sound, so we have to hold on that for 2 seconds. Lannad.
لن ند
Good, well done. Lannad'uwa.
لن ندعو
Very good, well done. And in the pause?
لن ندعو.
Okay, what will we do to this? How long will we say this for?
We'll
Sorry?
make it for 2 seconds.
Excellent, good. So do it once more.
لن ندعو.
Very good, much better. Lannad'u.
لن أدعو.
Okay, so we're joining the noon to the dal. We don't want to have a break there. Okay. Lannad'u.
لن ندعو.
Very good, well done. And make sure again that you work on this ayn sound because it comes from the middle of the throat. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's try this one here.
وأن أتلو.
Very good. وأن أتلو.
وأن أتلو.
Very nice. And in waqf?
وأن أتلو.
Good, well done. You remembered the 2 seconds. وأن أتلو.
وأن أتلو.
Very nice. Jazakumullah A5310. That was lovely recitation. Well done. Excellent. Right. So we have looked today at Alif Zaida. Everybody did really well, mashallah. You recognize that this is how we would see it in the Quran. This is how we will say in continuity in a verse, and this is how we will pause. All of you, please make sure you practice your ayn. You're joining to your ayn sound, because it often gets mixed up with the alif or hamza sound. Okay, so we all really need to practice on that. The sound comes from the middle of our throats. Okay, and again, remember your rules when they're not highlighted. So this is because it's a waw with a sukoon and the letter before has a dhamma, becomes a waw madda, so we have to elongate that for 2 seconds. So again, you have to be mindful of all the rules that we've previously learned when we're going on now, inshallah, to actually start reciting the Holy Quran. So we need to, all of us, make sure that we know that things are not going to be highlighted in red or blue anymore. It's all going to be in one color. It's going to be uniform. So we need to use our eyes and think very carefully about how each letter is going to be pronounced. Okay, so really good lesson today. Jazakumullah, everybody. That was really lovely recitation. So for our homework for tonight is to practice this exercise. Okay, Alif Zaida at the end of a word. Exercise 22.1, page 88. Okay, so everybody please make sure you practice that for tonight's homework, because tomorrow you'll be looking at Alif Zaida in the middle of a word. So again, another new thing to look at tomorrow. And if we can end today, please, with our final prayer, and we can have a student.
Yes, N6351.
N6351. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Do you understand the lesson today, okay?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So we're going to end with our final dua. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil azim. Allahumma arhamni
Allahumma arhamni
bil Qur'anil azim. Good. Waj'alhu li
waj'alhu li
waj'alhu li.
waj'alhu li.
Okay, make sure we have to elongate with that for 3 seconds, okay? Waj'alhu li
Waj'alhu li
imaman wa
imaman wa
nuran wa
nuran wa
hudan wa
hudan wa
rahmah.
rahmah.
Good. I'm going to recite the whole prayer once more, and then you can recite the English translation. Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil azim waj'alhu li imaman wa nuran wa hudan wa rahmah. The translation.
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakumullah. Thank you everybody for attending today's lesson, parents and students, and inshallah we will see you all again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.